Hello and welcome to Command & Conquer Replays. Today we're going to be following Brown Puddle as he fights off Doc. Brown Puddle's currently ranked number 3 and Doc ranked number 2. Doc in yellow, Brown Puddle in blue at the bottom right hand side. This map's the largest map in the quick match maps, Arena, Valley, Extreme. So I've seen a lot of players that put out a second power plant before the ore refinery, but the length of time it's taken Brown Puddle to put out his second power plant. I'm guessing that's not what he's doing. I'm just scouting out with a couple of troops. 3 north, followed by a battalion. 3 heading west. 1 up the diagonal and then 2 to guard the bridge. You can see he's also sending 3 troops here to guard the second bridge. Yeah, and out comes the oil refinery then. We have detected one of Doc's scouts and got past it. Although I don't imagine we'll get much further. And we can see one of Doc's scouts coming down, and that is a Grenadier. Another crossing of scouts. Okay, so continue with the build order. Then we have the war factory. The service station gets sold. We get 4 troops for that, which are used as defenders, I'm going to assume. I'm assuming now he's building a construction yard in his war factory. I don't know what the building will be, but maybe it would have been better to get a power plant out after the service station before selling it to better reach this next batch of ore. I'm just losing a couple of scouts, but that's expected. And second war factory, and then a power plant. So I guess building the power plant to extend was didn't really matter if we were going for the second war factory next anyway. And I guess that makes sense. He still has money, so there was no great rush on the second ore refinery. I guess I would like to see a silo or 2. Third war factory, probably more important. He does have 2 ore refineries, so I guess he can hold a decent amount of credits. So 2, the build order then 2 MCVs, followed by 1 ore truck. And then a couple of tanks. I guess he has built an ore truck before the MCVs, and he will have had time to build that ore truck anyway while he was waiting on building his service station. And just continuing to expand the base upwards. No major conflict yet, but we can see it's on its way. Brown Puddle, only 3 tanks, still building the MCVs, 4 tanks, and Doc a lot more than that. Building the power plants out. I guess he's just building them here because he's focused on here. We've got our group 2. And sending them up to deal with the battalion of men that Doc is trying to flank him with. Good catch. He wouldn't have caught that if he didn't have a radar dome, presumably. A couple of men, random men running in. But Brown Puddle now with a decent amount of tanks to battle. I didn't notice the extra base that he had built. Potentially a better target for Doc. And building Tesla coils to defend his ore trucks and his base, I guess. Not a great amount of tanks by Brown Puddle. but we are closer to Brown Puddle's war factories for reinforcements. And we do have a Tesla coil, although I'm not sure how long that will last. Tesla coil down, second Tesla coil up, second Tesla coil down. Going for the ore refinery now, being repaired. There was no chance of keeping it, but it will have slowed Dock down slightly, being repaired. Down goes the radar dome, and out comes another war factory. Dock mainly attacking ore refineries, going after Brown Puddle's funds. Brown Puddle just trying to fight back, get rid of this attacking force. Decent amount of tanks. While Dock is blowing up buildings, Brown Puddle is blowing up tanks and slowly getting the advantage over Dock. But funds are running low after losing so many ore refineries. I imagine that he's building them back now. Kind of chasing Dock away. Dock regrouping, it looks like. And the radar dome is back out. Tesla coil out and Tesla coil down. Quite a extensive tank battle. Looks like it may be about to end unless Dock can get some reinforcements in. We also have a sneak attack on this base, but Brown Puddle has seen it and got Tesla coils up to defend. It looks like it was just a couple of tanks. Dock has lost a Tesla coil there. And Brown Puddle has lost an ore truck. A couple of tanks sneaking around from here and there by Dock. We still haven't really seen Dock's base, but we have a substantial amount of tanks now. So the production has caught up with Dock, it seems. We still have a little bit of money. It seems like we're using as much money as we're getting in. But as more ore refineries go out, that seems to be growing. We do have access to a lot of ore. Just going to jump to the Alert base. We can see Dock has a couple of tanks behind enemy lines there. Brown Puddle using Tesla coils to take them out rather than diverting any tanks as he goes in for the first attack into Dock's base, taking the attack to him. The tank battle happening on top of the ore here, destroying a lot of the ore and pushing Dock's base back. Ore factory down, going after the ore trucks. And starting to run low on tanks, going after the tanks instead. And retreating back to reinforcements. And holding the middle. Getting men in the fight. Looks like Dock does have more tanks, but a lot less money. Dock now starting to hit the zero mark on his bank balance, and that is not good. Meanwhile, Brown Puddle has extended his base the whole way out to the center, almost right beside the tank battle. So his tanks, freshly built tanks, are getting right in on top of Dock. Dock's tanks dwindling. 10 seconds left on the clock. I guess Dock surrenders gracefully. If you liked the video, please click the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. And all comments and feedback are welcome. Unfortunately today we don't get to look at the stats. Catch you on the next one. Bye now.